Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Dana. I'm here with Evan today, and we're here to talk about the Keystone camper again. So if you remember last time I had an issue with this camper, the tongue broke right off the frame, and I'll put a picture of the screen on that right now. So this is right when we discovered the damage, and you get close up here and you can see it's the actual weld that failed on the tongue, between the tongue and the main frame, which also caused this front steel member to crumple and crack. So the tongue broke right off of the frame, and I had a shop in Tok. They had to haul it back to Tok from the Canadian border for me, and then they did a weld up job on it that repaired it kind of back to standard so I could tow it home. But then I wanted it reinforced because the roads up here are rough. You know, we've got to drive to Florida still. That's 4,000 miles, and I don't want this frame breaking again on me. So I took it to a friend of mine's shop, and he reinforced it to make this a little more superior of a frame for Alaskan roads. So let's take a look at that now. Well, I had a lot of people ask me, how did this break? You know, was the trailer overloaded? Was I going too fast? But the honest truth is we have a lot of frost heaves and nasty roads in Alaska, especially driving right to the Canadian border. And the weld on this part right here, as you can see in the picture, is just not a good weld to start with. Now, the original frame, this is only welded for about 2 inches on the back corner of the tongue right here. And so we have on the front, it's welded to this cross member across the very front of the trailer. So you have 2 points of contact for the whole tongue. So in order to give a little more purchase for it to weld onto the frame, a friend of mine welded on this extra cross member we can see right here in the middle, along with there's some square tube up on the edges to support it with the tongue. This gives it another point of attachment to the frame. And you can see that this square tube is welded to the frame now to reinforce it. So hopefully we'll be able to take a little more punishment going down the Alaska-Canadian highway. So we still need to paint all of our welds because it's too cold to paint anything right now, unfortunately. We've already kind of sunk into winter here in Alaska. I've got a ½ inch of ice on my driveway already. So I wanted to show you guys just a couple more things. When the hitch broke, the whole frame shifted a little bit, and that caused some issues. One of them was getting the door open because the frame of the door had actually shifted. Not by much, but it was enough where you couldn't even open the door before. So for now, I've had to take this latch plate off, and now the door is open and closing just fine. The last issue we had from the trailer frame twisting after this happened was this cargo door not latching securely. So the frame of the cargo door actually came out, and it had to be drilled back into place. And so now that I've got the frame all secured, I'm just gonna have to take and readjust this latch so it actually holds closed now. So when you travel Alaska's highways, especially the Alcan, you can be prepared for a lot of things. I was even prepared with extra tires. Always bring an extra set of tires with you. But I just don't think you can be prepared for if you break the tongue on your trailer. All right, well, that's all we got today on the Keystone Cougar hitch repairs that we had done and kind of the upgrades to them. So for me and Evan, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great one.